Steam Deck is a wonderful device, but you're using it wrong. Well, basically Steam Deck never been designed to run AAA titles really well. Yes, you can run AAA titles, but they won't look great. Yes, they will run, but you'll have to cut down your resolution, lower your settings, use FSR, balanced or performance to have at least 40 FPS. In some areas like Horizon Forbidden West, your FPS will be very low in cities, big fights. You will have to play at lowest possible settings, so you won't be able to enjoy the whole beauty which is being designed by creators. And in this case, I just wonder, should you play Horizon Forbidden West on Steam Deck, ROG Ally or Lenovo Legion Go? I'm not sure. Such game I want to play on high ultra settings and big screen, like on PlayStation 5 when you connect to your 4K TV and you see this beauty. Unfortunately on Steam Deck or any other handheld it's not possible. As I said before, you can play AAA titles on Steam Deck, but it's not great experience. Dead Space, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, they are just wonderful games. When you play Dead Space on ultra settings, you see all this horror. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is just very fast FPS game, and on Steam Deck you won't get more than 40 FPS and big fights, and you will have to use FSR to maintain this 40 FPS. So what I'm saying, Steam Deck is an amazing device, but it's been designed to run lighter games like Brotator, Stardew Valley, or maybe all AAA titles like Rise or Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but not like newest one. If you're buying Steam Deck to play new AAA titles, that's a wrong purchase, I would say. Maybe buy PlayStation 5 or desktop or upgrade your graphics card. I would not advise you to play AAA titles on a Steam Deck because you will just ruin your experience. Uncharted 4, such a beautiful game, and when you're playing it on ultra settings, it looks just phenomenal, like a movie. And on Steam Deck, you will have to go lowest possible settings to get at least 40 FPS. You can play Uncharted 4 on Steam Deck, but should you? I would say better not. If you're buying Steam Deck to play Uncharted 4, again, you're buying a wrong device. Technically, you can play it on ROG Ally, but again, it won't be as good as if, let's say, you play it on PlayStation 5. All this glorious graphics. Soon we will see God of War Ragnarok second part, and of course, I cannot recommend you to play it on Steam Deck. You'll have to play it on performance FSR, everything lowest possible, and you'll get barely 30 to 40 frames per second. I'm not sure how I can call this great experience when Santa Monica Studios spent more than $200 million to create all this glorious graphics, and you will enjoy it on Steam Deck and you will just see the story and that's it. There are games which are like Hi-Fi Rush. I just finished on Steam Deck and the game runs perfectly well. There are some dips like to 40 or 50 FPS, but they're just occasional dips here and there. I think that game is just perfect example of Steam Deck game. Also, new Prince of Persia, what a great game, and also perfect on a Steam Deck. There are so many games which are just designed for Steam Deck, and so many games which you will play and you will just ruin your experience. I've been there. I finished Ratchet & Clank on ROG Ally before I purchased my desktop, and I regret that decision only because I had to play on balanced FSR and medium settings, 720p. I couldn't see all that beauty which I later saw on a desktop, and I was just blown away. I was like, what? I've been playing completely different game all this time. And yeah, I already finished it, so I know the story. I'm not gonna play it twice, probably. Maybe I will. Game was just perfect. So I'm trying to say that don't ruin your experience by playing AAA titles like first God of War on a Steam Deck, because you're not gonna see on what 200+ million budget being spent. You're just gonna cut it all off and see just the story. So what's the point?